one of the things that you have to remember when you have a large knife is that you don't have a hatchet, okay? You don't have a half axe. You don't have a full-size axe. You have a large knife. And so oftentimes I see people trying to chop through hardwood stuff of this size for you know, their firewood. If this is the only wood that's available to you to camp, you picked a poor spot. And this isn't going to make it easier on you. You have to be able to think of a large knife as just that. It's a large knife. Okay? If I had a half axe or something, this is definitely conceivable. If I had a hatchet, this would be as well. But in general, I can find a lot of stuff leaning on trees or smaller standing deadwood that I can use to process wood. Now, I know there are some good Samaritans out there that like to just smash on a knife for the sake of a review, but it may be giving the people the wrong idea about using a large knife. And if you go out there to try to sit there and smash away on a piece of wood of this size and, you know, wear yourself out, you're going to go, man, large knives are not good tools. You know, you're going to have that feeling about it. So if you use them correctly, I don't think you will have that feeling about it. I think you'll go, oh, okay. You know, yeah, it does make a lot of food prep easier. Yeah, it does cross over well into chopping, you know, green vegetation, whether it be for tripods, ridge poles, other type of campcraft, or splitting wood, shaving wood. You know, it is really a well-balanced tool. And if you look at a lot of the indigenous cultures, you know, you'll see that most of them have large tools, you know, large knives, or, you know, large axes. Many have saws and those types of things too. And you being from more of a northern forest as I am, and where some of you may be as well, you have to go through a lot of hard brush, and you endure some cold weather. And where I'm at, as I said, it's wet quite most of the time. And so how I would go about this, like I said, I'm not going to process this wood down. But this wood here, now this is something I can grab, and being that it's a little wet out, okay, I can, you know, use nice pieces like this to get some good dry inside of some wood. All right, so I would use this tree in this manner. Now, the one thing that you have to realize too about it is many people I see will go out to the ends of the tree branch like this to start chewing their way back, chopping their way back to the thicker wood. The one thing you run a risk of is the more out here, the closer in you are, the less leverage you have when it comes to chopping this and breaking it. If I leave some on, chances are I have more leverage, and I can do it with this right here and show you. Now, this is some very seasoned hardwood here. So this stuff is no joke. In general, I just keep chopping back like this. I wear myself a notch. I don't chop the other way. I usually just chop the direction that you would chop a piece of wood. And now, let's take a look. Now, I don't have to sit there and chop all the way through a piece. In general, I can get enough leverage now because I'm out here. As you see, if I stayed in close, I would not have enough leverage. Okay? I'll just leave that piece there. You probably didn't see that. I'll demonstrate again over here, and I do apologize if I was out of reach, but I have to use the method again anyway. So, what I was stating was, now, a piece like this here, okay, I want to chew I don't want to chop my way all the way up to here and then have a small piece on which to try to pull and get leverage. I want to try to use physics to my advantage. So, not going to start out here, like I said. We're going to start right here. Make a series of chops and notch it. I don't chop the other way, as I said. It's a series like that. It'll notch itself out. All right. I don't want to keep chopping on that anyway. There we go. Like I said, this isn't an axe, right? This isn't a saw. This isn't anything like that. I'll chop on this one here. I don't chop like I have a broadsword and wield it all over, chopping to and from. It's a big knife, so you have to think of it in those ways. It's not an axe, and it's not a saw. So already I feel I'm swinging on it more than I would like to, but that would be a decent amount of firewood, you know, for the afternoon. Like I said, just quick swings. Give yourself the leverage. Physics can greatly help you. So yeah, we got enough wood now. I can get a nice afternoon fire going. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. You probably can, you know, hear it and see it as I'm chopping. All right, well, stay tuned. There'll be more.